Got the feeling in your bones, make you feel right at home. Honey, does it well, keep me dancing till I'm dead.
Hello from on board the Virgin Valiant Lady. It is the late night cocktail cam. In this, in this kind of video, what I do is I tell you sort of a rundown of the things that happen during the day while showing you some of it as well. True to the brand, I am enjoying an adult beverage at the moment. It's not a cocktail. What it is this. I don't know if this is some kind of official brewed beverage just for Virgin Voyages. It says, "Stray the course. It's an English brew with a kiss of scarlet." And we are on the Valiant Lady. We know the original ship from Virgin Voyages is called the Scarlet Lady. This is what it looks like, and it just tastes, it's really hoppy. It's exactly the kind of beer that I don't like, but it was included in our mini bar and we decided we might as well try it, so post. We arrived this morning in Belgium, and spoiler alert, we did not leave the ship. We enjoyed everything the ship had to offer today. Well, I mean, there's a lot of stuff the ship has to offer. We didn't do everything. I'm just saying we didn't go on land. Just like yesterday, we went up to the galley for breakfast. The galley is the closest thing that this ship has to a buffet. There are several food stations, and then you order from a menu as much as you want, and the servers bring you whatever it is you ordered. Also, one thing to mention, in case I haven't mentioned this yet, is basic, well, they call them, I think, essential drinks are included in the cruise price, which is different than on a lot of other cruise lines. So coffee, like basic brewed coffee, cola, Fanta, Sprite, water, and tea are all included in the price. There are only a few other cruise lines that I've cruised with where that's the case. The two that pop up in my head right away are Disney Cruise Line and the German Mein Schiff, which I'm sure a lot of you haven't heard of. Between breakfast and lunch, I did some work. For lunch, we also went back up to the galley, tried some new stuff that we haven't tried yet. I really like the salads that they offer there. A good salad always hits the spot. One thing that I'm noticing, the galley does have a lot of options, but the main thing that separates it from a traditional buffet experience on a cruise ship is that they never change. It's always the same thing. And on a traditional cruise, the buffet options, they change every night a little bit. There's always something new and something that wasn't there, or something that was there that then is not there. You know what I mean? There's just a little bit more variety, but the quality of what has been offered in the galley has been great. This afternoon, I filmed the cabin tour, which I did a little bit different than I usually do. I also posted some things on TikTok, which I'm not very active on. I feel so old for TikTok. But if you're interested, the two accounts that I'm trying to keep afloat are Very Unofficial Travel, and the other one is called The Musical Morgan. I posted a YouTube short and posted a lot of stuff in my Instagram stories, and the reason I'm mentioning that, oh, my little thing is falling off here. This cool anchor clasp that I know I've mentioned several times is not necessarily the most secure thing. The reason I'm mentioning these things is to let any of you know in case you have an Instagram or a TikTok. It's just a great help to go over there and press follow and give me a couple thumbs up. For dinner, we went to one of the sort of higher level restaurants on board. I'm just gonna say this again, I probably said it in other videos in this series. Everything is included on board. There are no upcharge restaurants. There are certain things on some menus that you can pay extra to get, but altogether, it's all included. And one of the signature restaurants on board is called the Test Kitchen. That's where we went for dinner tonight. There will be a dedicated video coming about that, but I can tell you now that it was kind of weird. The food was very picturesque. The flavors were, it wasn't like very, let's say they weren't like very bold flavors. And the atmosphere was interesting, but not necessarily like in a appetite arousing way. It felt to me kind of like a hospital. like it seems like a clinic. And I don't know, the memories that I have and the feelings that I have attached to stainless steel and people wearing long white coats and masks, they're not like happy, oh, I want to be here feelings. You know what I mean? And I'm sure I'm going to say exactly that same thing in the video, but in the video I'm going to show you more about the food and everything, more than you're seeing right now. After dinner, we went to one of the lounges on board and saw there was a wandering magic artist who impressed us with a couple cool card manipulations. It's always fun to just sit there and have those wow moments where your head is like,
what the heck just happened?
You know what I mean? Like, that's why we like to see magic tricks, is because that moment where we get fooled is so much fun. I'll drink to that. It's Marcus, everybody. After dinner, there were only two more things on the program, basically. One was a show from the resident drag performer, and it was a fun show involving live singing, lip syncing, dancing, and some circus artistry, which was very interesting, and a lot of audience participation. And that's going to be one of the things that I'm going to talk about in another video. If you are not into being like part of the show or participating in things on board, Virgin is also not the right cruise line for you in just about every kind of small or larger show type of thing that we've seen on board so far. It has been a lot of audience interaction. So if that's like a nightmare for you, then probably you might want to consider booking another cruise and not Virgin Voyages. But I was totally surprised that this drag artist, whose name was Titicaca, I think, not only was a fantastic dancer, could sing live, but also a circus artist. That's like a quadruple threat. And the only other thing offered on the program tonight was just a DJ in the disco and no big party being offered. And I met up with another cruiser named Chris on the way, just kind of walking around the ship, and he's like, I can't believe it, I went to the club and it's dead, nobody's there. And the past couple of nights, there have been a lot of people in the club, some really great fun things happening with just, yeah, I mean, probably like the biggest parties that I've ever experienced at sea, even though there's only apparently around 500 people on this sailing. So it's just shortly past 11, which is early for this cruise, because past couple of nights there have been events that have started at 11:30 at night. So this is really early, but yeah, we're both finishing up our interesting beer and then going to bed. We're gonna be also here in this port tomorrow. I don't think we're gonna go into the city. I'm gonna use the time to also do a ship tour to try to show you all around this ship. It's not a ship like the Royal Caribbean ships with the long promenade in the middle where it's really easy to get your bearings. It's all kind of mixed up, but I think I know a way to show you around to sort of give you a good idea of where everything is and what is offered on the ship. And there's going to be a couple other videos coming as well. So I hope to see you here again, and go ahead and write me any comments or questions you have. You know where they are below. Good night.